Hey, everybody. Hey, hi. Hey, get on out of that, where are we? We're at the student union. We're gonna go knock on this classroom door and see if anybody will let us in. I don't know. It's a little lonely right now because it's just me. So I'm just gonna say, hey, everybody, it's Matt. And this is Days for Dummies. This week we're not gonna have Ma on the show because she's hanging out with the grandkids. And then Angela's trying to get in, I guess. I don't know. She said technical difficulties? Maybe that's the snow. Maybe that's old wiring. Maybe that's just her internet service provider not being there for her when she needs it. But you know what? I'm here. Hey, Jacarius. And I'm not alone. Because of always, I got you guys with me. Jacarius, Kaiwan, Veda is here. Veda, excuse me. Hello, Kelly. It's a good morning. So while we're waiting for this classroom door to open, I guess we can just sit, chat, chill, get to know one another, talk about life. What's going on, everybody? What's new? How's your new home, Kelly? Is it wonderful? Are you surviving the snow in Denver, Rita? Oh, goodness. So, Kaiwan, you always want to talk about Sammy. So hey, Jeannie, let's do it. Let's talk about Sammy. What is it? What is it? Hey, Bridget. Help. Do you mean hello? My favorite actor from Days turned 30 yesterday, said Shikarius. Well, happy birthday to him. Is it Carson? Is it Carson Bowen? But Kaiwan, lead the conversation about Sammy. I want to know, what is it about this character that has drawn your attention so much? She hasn't been on. I know she's Allison Sweeney as the actress, right? Who's over on those Hallmark Lifetime movies or whatever, playing some sort of like Baker Time detective. No snow in California, Jeannie. You're right. So what is it about Sammy? I'll do a little research. I'll look it up. I know that she's the twin sister of Rarick, who is the daddy of Jude, who's raising Jude, but doesn't realize that he's actually Jude's father. So that's an interesting twist. Well, Jeannie thinks that Sammy's needed. I haven't seen her, so I don't know. Truth be told, I think Days of Our Lives absolutely needs something. It is not the most compelling or must-watch soap that's out there at the moment. I know that they can be. I know that they can achieve it. I know they have before. They have the cast, they have the talent, they have the history of show. And it's been on for what, 50 years? 55 years? So, but, excuse me, while there's nobody else here to, I guess, chit-chat about it, I mean, of course we all know the public stuff about Days of Our Lives, I mean, there's a lot of backstage angst that has come out through the news over the last several months, not just very recently. So, I can understand, a little bit. I mean, because right now, I mean, remember that it's 6 months ahead of time. So right now, backstage, it's likely incredibly intense. And there's a lot of not understanding or not knowing what direction things are going to be going in. On top of that, we got a strike as well that's about to rear its ugly head on Days of Our Lives with whole new writers. Now, I don't know who was running the ship. I don't know how messy it got. I don't know how complicated things became. So we're going to have to see. And of course, recently, just this week, Ari Zucker officially registered a lawsuit against Days of Our Lives and Corday Productions and the entire debacle there. I don't have access to quotes or exact legal definitions or lists or sentences or whatever it is that was registered with the court. That is going on. There was a press conference actually that you'd be able to find online if you search that, where Ari goes all over the details and reads statements, and you get a very clear idea of what it is that happened to her backstage and what it is that she's looking for when it comes to her future, not only with the show, but also when it comes to trying to make some amends for some of the experiences that she had. It's tough because, nobody but the people who were there. So nobody really can truly know exactly what happened, beat for beat, detail for detail. unless we hear it directly from a source who is being 100% truthful. And I'm not saying that Ari is lying. Please don't interpret it as that. But just by the nature of us not being there, there's a lot of detail that we miss. So it's an incredibly difficult situation to work through, and it's even more difficult to even talk about. At least for me, because my words are being recorded and saved forevermore on the internet for people to scrutinize years down the line. And I think that's something also that we all need to keep in mind when it comes to reaction for these sorts of things. Us as fans, us as viewers, we're completely disconnected from being employed by this network or by this show. We're completely disconnected from having it be anything other than an aspect of our daily lives for our entertainment. It doesn't feed us. It doesn't send our kids to college. It's not our everyday existence where we're on set for hours upon hours upon hours per day. So when it comes down to it, it's much easier for us to comment on it than it would be for somebody who was living it or somebody that was witnessing it, especially if they still work for an entity that is under this lawsuit. You're not going to be able to get a Deidre Hall or Drake Hogestyn or anybody that can make an official statement to the press or even really say much in support of one party over the other just based on the fact that they work there. There will be gag orders. There will be, privacy, where you sign the thing. It promises to not speak anything until it's all settled. So, we're just not going to get a whole lot of direct information from people there unless it's from Ari Zucker, unless it's from Albert Alar, I think that's his name, who already, if you go and search his statements, is already going at this from an interesting angle. And then when it comes to Corday Productions itself, they made a statement too, where they said basically the claims that Ari Zucker made about being fired for asking for more money, all that sort of stuff, they've said that those claims are baseless. They said that they investigated and they took action when it came to Albert Alar. So those claims are baseless. But they've never gone out and they never said these events never happened. They didn't say she never experienced these things on set. They never said this man never behaved this way. All they did was try to defend the actions that they took afterward. Even if us on this side thinks it was slow or wrong, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what you think. But it's really interesting. It's just a really, really interesting thing. Ari is out on days, says Kelly. Yeah, so she didn't renew her contract. I really don't know what the status is. I know that the character of Nicole isn't there right now. But again, this is 6 months ago. So I don't know if she's been off the set since. I've heard that she has been back since the character of Nicole left with Holly. But I don't really know what the status of her is. I don't know what the status of the Nicole character is in between then and now. I know that she's not on set now. But leading up to that, I don't know if there's going to be a second exit or if this is just it for Nicole. I guess we're going to have to see. Angela probably knows, but hey, she's trying to dig through the snow, I guess. Kaiwan says, actresses Government General Hospital like to play Carly. Oh, that would be interesting. You're talking about Alison Sweeney. Now, that would be interesting, Kaiwan. I know that she has a lot of interesting, dramatic, and somewhat crazy power to share in the daytime world. Excuse me. Let's see. Jacaria says, Corday needs to step out. Really, it depends on how they see the situation. So we very recently, if you're a wrestling fan, have gone through something very similar very recently when it comes to Vince McMahon, who was the owner of World Wrestling Federation, World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, all that kind of stuff. You probably know who he is if you're tangentially familiar with wrestling. But he's been recently ousted for very similar accusations, even somewhat worse accusations than Alar got on Days of Our Lives. But when it comes down to it, people in power like to stay in power. People in control like to stay in control. People who make a ton of money want to continue to be in a situation where they make a ton of money. Soaps might not be the most lucrative things in Hollywood, but that doesn't mean it ain't lucrative. So we'll have to see how it all folds out, how hard it is this person fights against it, and how much of it actually splashes on him. It's somewhat different in the grand scheme of public opinion, I suppose, to turn your back on something versus actually participate in it. Participating in it canceled forever. Turning your back on someone, some time might pass enough for the audience to have forgotten that, or for something to have pulled their attention elsewhere, and it doesn't matter as much to them anymore. So I really, really don't want to sit here and give you a guarantee as to how everything's going to unfold. And here's another key factor too. Corday Productions is key to Days of Our Lives. I don't think we're going to find a studio out there that's particularly very interested in purchasing a soap opera. So if Corday is out when it comes to producing Days of Our Lives, what does that mean for the show itself? And now we have to ask ourselves the moral question. Is Days of Our Lives worth keeping Corday? That's only something you can answer yourselves. I can't give it to you. Kelly wants to know if there's anybody in the chat who knows where Kelly can see scenes or episodes of Days online. She lives in Canada. She's having some issues connecting with the show, and she'd like to stay current. So if you know of any Days of Our Lives official YouTube channel or a podcast or something out there that shares clips on the regular, let her know. Share some links in the chat. That'd be great. India, yes, thank you very much, Susan. That's the exact phrase I'm looking for. It's so weird to not have somebody else to bounce off of. I feel like my energy is like only at 75%. I don't know what it is. It's so weird. It's so weird, y'all. It's so weird. It might just be me this whole morning, though. Well, not this whole morning, because Mom's going to be here for General Hospital. She's out hanging out with the grandkids this morning is what's going on here. For us in California, it's 9:23 a.m., and all of these grandkids are 10 and less. So, I'm not going to say that they're still in bed, but they've probably been up for 3 hours and have had 6 pancakes and are just... they're just having the time of their lives. Who knows? Maybe they even went to a water slide for all I know, just in this freezing weather. It's what you do. Jeannie says that she thinks it's unfair for fans to think that others should go public. When it comes down to it, yeah, I mean, it's a total personal choice. You want to listen to the NDA? Do you want to sign it? Do you want to leave? What is it that you want to do? How much does it matter to you, and how much would it impact your own personal life? Because when it comes down to it, one fact is always true in every one of these situations. We all have to eat. We would say in order to do that, we got to have work, and you can't necessarily find yourself sabotaging that in some major way without a backup plan, right? So, Allison has directed GH before. Well, that's interesting. Well, that's cool, actually. And now I want to know if Kimberly McCullough went over and directed some days. That'd be fun. Let's see. Jeannie also says that no doubt the other women on the show had the same problem with Alar. I believe other people have whispered it. Other statements have been made. People who aren't on the show anymore may or not have said anything. Remember, don't come here for the news, folks, because I don't know. But all of that information is out there. It was out there. I remember being exposed to it several months ago when the story originally dropped, and I know a lot of new detail and a lot of new, like they said, the Ari Zucker press conference is out there. So do some browsing when we're done here. Get yourself up to date with all of that. Jeannie says that the last thing that we want is Days to be off the air. So hopefully we can resolve this in a way in which we can. Also, Ari is suing for money, I believe. So, she wants her job, and she also wants some financial compensation. Would she bankrupt the show? Probably not. Probably not. Oh, goodness. She was in chat saying she should pop in. Anybody should pop in. I don't know. Somebody call Allison Sweeney and send her over here. I'll come talk to her. I'd like to pick her brain about Sammy. Sammy. So, yeah, okay. So, for Kaiwan, let's get serious here. Sammy. I'm going to do a little wiki search. What's her last name? Is she a Brady? Sammy Brady? Days? She is a Brady. Look at me. I'm ready for the test, everybody. I'm ready for the test. My mom. Oh, yeah. Well, hey, if she pops in, cool. Then we'll say, hey, Ma, hi. It's just us. Oh, gosh. That would be nice. Go 49. The 49ers. Is that who's playing in the Super Bowl today? Is it the 49ers? It's not Tom Brady. Tom Brady plays for the Patriots, right? Are we going to talk about sports now? Is that what we're doing? Is that where you're taking us, Vita? To sports? I don't even know who was playing in the Super Bowl. I don't even know who's doing the Super Bowl halftime show. Oh man, is it Madonna? Probably not. Cardi B. Megan Thee Stallion. Apparently, she's very popular right now. I don't know. I should do some sort of pop culture update. I am staunchly going to be 38 years old here in the next couple of months, and I've never been old to you guys. I've never had my fingers further from the youth zeitgeist. I don't know what's in. Anyway, Sammy Brady, first seen as a newborn baby in an episode October 16th, 1984, which makes her 2 years older than me. Sammy was married to Rafe, Lucas, EJ, Austin, and others. I don't even know who Austin is. My goodness. Usher's playing. Hey, Mom. Mom's in the chat. Hi, Ma. Hey, Ma, it's just me. I don't know. Angela's like digging herself out of the snow. I don't know. She's making ice sculptures in the back. I don't know what's going on with Angela. Reba is singing the national anthem. Reba's having also a sitcom. Her pilot got picked up. Reba returned into your weekly sitcom lineup. I don't know what network it was, but I remember that show, Reba. Million years ago. God. She's a survivor. She's such a survivor, everybody. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so she was a baby in 1984, in which her mom, Marlena Evans, gives birth to her and her twin brother, Rarick. Initially played by a series of child actresses, Sweeney took over the role of... Wow, Sweeney took over the role when Sammy was a kid? From a preteen to a teenager in 93? Wait a minute, what? All that happened in 1 year? Oh, wait, no. Oh, in 10 years. Got it. Oh my gosh, this is amazing radio. For everyone listening just on the audio, you must be having just a wonderful time. Oh, God. No rush, Ma. I'm just chilling here. I'm reading about Sammy. I'm going to learn all about Sammy. All right, here we go. From 84 to 93. Yeah, we had a... Oh, that's funny. The person who played Sammy was an actress named Christina Wagner, but spelled differently. It's not Christina Wagner. It's Christina Wagner. Christina Wagner. Christina with a C and Wagner. W-A-G-O-N-E-R. Oh, goodness. Oh. Yeah, well, Kelly's watching the Super Bowl for Usher. That's funny. Okay, so it's the 49ers and the Kansas City team. Okay. Is it okay to say what the Kansas City team's name still is? Because I know that the Washington team changed their name. So I don't really know how that works out here in 2024. Like, I didn't I'm still thinking like, Major League Baseball, like, the Astros versus the Blue Jays. That's where my knowledge is. I heard about this hockey team called the Golden Nuggets, and I'm like, the who? When did they show up? I'm just so disconnected from sports. I don't think I've seen a NASCAR race in 5 years. Does Tony Stewart still race? See, look at me. I don't know. I was watching wrestling the other day, and I didn't recognize nobody. Except for, like, Randy Orton. That's how far away from things I am, you guys. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I'm working too much. Yes, Jeannie. Get your bagel and bring one back for me. All right, spouses. Austin Reed, 96 to 97. I don't know who Austin is. I'm going to click this. Played by Patrick Muldoon from 92 to 95. And Austin Peck from 95 to 02, 05 to 06, and then 17 to 19. So I guess Austin Peck is the main face for this Austin character. I imagine he's dead. I just guess. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, my God. He just moved away. Look at me. I don't know who Austin is. I don't know anybody. I don't know nothing about nothing, you guys. I need you to tell me. I don't like doing my own research. Because otherwise I'm just sitting here reading Wikipedia, and that's strange. Ma knows her football. She probably does. Still, the Chiefs. She lives in the house. She's hung out with my dad. And my dad has always been a sports watcher. And what my mom always also does is pay attention. She's paid attention to her family. She pays attention to the people that she loves. She pays attention to the entertainment that her family likes as well. She is a wealth of surprising knowledge when it comes to the things that you enjoy in your life. I remember a long time ago, my God, I was a child. I was watching the Power Rangers, a little superhero show for kids where, all these teenagers have their little power morphers and they shout dinosaur names into the air and they become a rainbow of multicolored superheroes, essentially fighting giant monsters with their giant robot. And the team of 6, red, yellow, blue, pink, and black, and the green one, Tommy. Well, he lost his powers, but then he got new powers, and he became the White Ranger. And then when he came in, Zordon, the big blue floating head, was like, hey, man, you're the new leader of the team. And I was telling my parents about this, and my mom and dad look at each other shocked, and they look back at me, and they go, but what about Jason? How does Jason feel about this? He was the leader before. And my little 8-year-old brain melted over the fact that my parents knew that Jason the Red Ranger was the leader of the Power Rangers and had just been replaced. They didn't sit there and watch that nonsense with me. Not that I can recall, or not that I paid attention enough to. Heck. Maybe Mom's going to play football with the grandkids. Of grandparents to do that, my mom would be amongst them. Probably flag football. That's definitely what my nephew likes the most. And on top of that, I don't think my mom wants to get tackled. She's not a tackle kind of lady. I don't think she's really ever been. Unless she's tackling somebody else for threatening her children. But I don't think she really ever presented the opportunity to do that either, as much as she might have wanted to. Kate is Austin's mom. Thank you very much, Jeannie. Okay, that does put things in perspective for me. So Austin, did he show up for Victor's funeral then? Didn't a number of people wind up showing up recently? Yeah, I think so. Right? Kate's kids, and then another one was there, but then played by a different dude or something, and then he scampered off town again. But yeah, no, really flag football for sure. Oh goodness. So they burned the Horton house down, and I don't know how I feel about this. So let's go over some thoughts here when it comes to that. I understand that it's an old set, one of the originals, something that they've had and used for ages and decades. So that definitely creates an emotional reaction, an emotional attachment to the loss of this home. When it's been a part of your memories for so long, it's very easy to see this set as a real house, a real home that holds real memories for the characters that had lived in it for so long, that you had grown close to, that you had witnessed the adventures of, that you had personally yourself grown invested in seeing the resolution for, good or bad. So, to lose the house can be just as emotionally jarring as what we saw Julie and Doug go through, sitting on the outside with soot-covered faces, tears streaming down their face, as Clyde Weston has taken the home. Because Chad, Who was that fool with the gas can? I don't know, Ma. I don't know. Somebody that Clyde sent. So, Clyde, I guess Clyde sent people to burn down Chad's house. And if it wasn't for the fact that Chad was living there, this house would still be up. So if you're going to be mad at somebody, be mad at Chad DeMira, okay? Because he was the one over there. What blows my mind, you guys, and I'm just going to tell you this right now, what blows my mind about this is the gall that these people have with Clyde. I understand that he's behind bars, but it's not like these people do not know that he is in charge of this entire criminal enterprise. And yet they continually go to needle him as if there is no chance for repercussion. We're going to write an article, and in the meantime, in the 6-hour span of you leaving the prison and publishing the article in the morning, your house is burned down. Come on, people. Come on, people. So yeah, just the gall of these people just walking up to Clyde, just being like, we're gonna get you this time, punk, as if Clyde is unable to do anything. It blows my mind, to be honest. But hey, it's what happens in the crazy, wacky, upside-down world of Salem. So this house is burned down. The Hortons are sad. The audience is sad. But you know what? I'm eager. I'm eager. I'm interested. Because it is a certain turn. It is a big swing. It is a move beyond moves. And something, like I said, that actually has a pretty good emotional gut punch to it. So if the aftermath of this is super awesome, I am totally for it. I am totally sold on this. I am with it. But if it's just a gimmick to close out a Friday, I'm a little less with it. So it really all depends on how it all folds out. Plus, also at the same time, they burned this thing down, but that doesn't mean that they've destroyed the set. Maybe they'll just rebuild and have it look exactly the way that it used to, especially since the house is owned by old people, and old people don't like to change their houses. Their whole memories, their whole lives are there. This is where they raise their kids and grandkids. When it comes down to it, every corner, every look that they have, every hallway, every loose step, every creak of the floor, every hinge that needs to be oiled, and every scuff on the wall holds some sort of memory for these people. So, it's a bummer. It's a bummer, but I think they're going to be okay. But what did you guys think of seeing Doug, though? You know, this is the first time that we've seen Doug since, since Bill passed away in real life. This isn't the last time that we're going to see Doug before we get to whatever happens with him on the show eventually. Did you feel good? Were you happy, excited, sad? Did it make you feel emotional in some way? For me, I love to see it. I love to see his final body of work. I love to see Doug still very much alive on our shows, as we continue to mourn the loss and remember the life of Bill Hayes. But yeah, I'm totally for it. I love to see it. Like the original hospital set on GH when they set that on fire. And also sometimes it's just time to update. Sometimes it's time to update and move on. It's very difficult sometimes to move on to the thing that could be the best chapter of your life when you're still flipping through the pages of the one that came before. Every once in a while, you gotta shed your old skin, gotta wriggle out of your shell like a lobster. Or a crab. I don't know, do lobsters molt? I don't know. Somebody who lives closer to the ocean on like some sort of like Maine fishing village, let me know. And also let me know what life is like on a Maine fishing village, because must be so nice. I want out of the city. Somebody take me out of the city. I want to go live in the middle of nowhere in the Midwest, on some field, running a diner, on some highway. Same people come in and I'm like, steward, come on in. I've already got your pancakes made. I just slap it on the counter in front of him. Hit my remote. Turn on my soaps. Play those on the TVs in the diner. As the patrons come in, travelers from all across the United States. Hey, thanks, Ma. They do molt. Travelers from across the United States come. They have my, I don't know what else to sell other than like diner breakfast, but, my waffles. They like the waffles at my diner. Also, the local people who live there, the ones who live on ranches. See, I need my mom to reel me in because I started to get into this fantasy and it started to lose cohesion. What else happened? Harris got shot. And also Harris and Ava have been lying this whole time. And Ava's still boned Stefan or whatever his name is. And I'm lost. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. And I need Jeannie to come back with her bagel because I'm a little hungry. Come on, where I live. After 40 inches of snow, it will feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. I love it, Kelly. I love it. I don't know. So what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So I don't understand what's going on with this whole Ava, Stefan Harris thing, because if Ava and Harris were just pretending like they weren't still working together and was still linked together sort of romantically, then why would Ava ever even bone Stefan unless she's just a cheater? And if that's the case, that sucks. That sucks for Harris. That's not necessarily the story that I necessarily thought that I was seeing. Thanks for stopping by, Jakarius. I know it hasn't been the most exciting thing. I'll figure it out. I don't know how James Lott Jr. does it by himself. practice. In any case. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't quite understand what the cadence is there. I guess Ava's just a cheater. I guess she's just a dirty cheater. That's what it comes down to. Because if it was fake, I mean the whole thing was fake. The whole I'm having an affair with Stefan thing was fake on two fronts, and she still did it. So, boo Ava, and then like Harris gets shot. I don't think he's gonna die though. It's an interesting timing because the whole Steve Burton's filming back on the GH set, Jason's coming back thing, and now Harris is shot on Days of Our Lives, and so it totally looks like this could be the out for Harris Michaels, and he's going to be dead here next week. I don't think so though. Remember, 6 months, and I think that his contract expired in like October or something on Days of Our Lives. So I don't know. I don't know how that works. Is there some sort of like weird deal where it's like, no, we can't air the same actor on two different networks, even though Wally Kurth can? Does it have to do with being contracted? Is Harris dead? Time will tell. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't write for the show. Hey, Jeannie, welcome back. Jeannie. You're great, and I appreciate all of you people, like sincerely, all y'all who are sitting here suffering through solo dolo Matt with me. I love you all. Like if I could give you my beating heart, I would, but I need it to live. Steve Burton said he'll be seen on days till like June. So there you go. What, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. That's like 9 months. So, I think we're going to get some crossover. And that's what we've been saying here on the Days for Dummies podcast. You do love your self recaps. It's true. It's true. And that's something that James Lott Jr. had told me and Mom when we first got started. So, we broke into the podcasting world just filming our little not even filming, just recording our little conversations and sticking them out there on the World Wide Web. And, moderate success here and there. But James Lott Jr., actually, he was the one that discovered the podcast, we'll say, invited us to hang out with him on his GH Mini Spotlight. Had a great time with that. And then we took to YouTube, stole that right from him. And the rest has been history, essentially, when it comes to it. So, thank you, James. But one of the things that he told us was, do it. People who love soaps also love to talk about soaps. And they always want to talk about soaps. And they do want to do nothing but talk about soaps. So I'm glad that we can be a part of your weekly conversation about your favorite soap opera programs. Because you can't get enough of it, we can't get enough of it, and I just love to do it. Kelly says that she is drinking milk in her new 10th floor mug that she purchased off of the internet. Thank you very much, Kelly, for that. And yeah, it's awesome. So if you want your own mug and stuff, there's a website out there. It's a complicated web address that I can never remember. Printify.me/10-floor or something like that. I don't know. Maybe if you just do a Google search for 10th floor Printify, you can find it. But there's a mug and there's a shirt and that sort of stuff. In case you want to get some 10th floor swag. Send a couple of bucks our way so we can keep the servers running, and maybe I can update my wall with other new pictures. Maybe I can get a new camera. Who knows what the future is of the 10th floor with your kind contributions. No pressure. You don't have to. As a matter of fact, I don't want you to. Don't do it. Keep your money. And you love your hosts? Oh, Jeannie. Jeannie, you're so complimentary. We really don't deserve you. Sincerely. We just sit here and just talk nonsense. Just absolute nonsense. Sammy's been a part of 2 daytime super couples, Lucas and EJ. And is the mother of the iconic LGBT character Will Horton. Now, I heard about Will Horton before I watched Days of Our Lives. It was Will and Sunny, right? Sunny and Will, that was the big couple. That was the couple. What do you call him? Iconic LGBT character. I guess iconic to a degree because of being the first of many to do this, that, or the other thing. I've never really heard of him though, truthfully. Not in any deep way, you know. I definitely don't know the person's face. Um, I don't know, when was all that going on? Will Horton. When was all that going on? Chandler Massey. I know that name. Chandler Massey. 3 Sammy Rafe, aka Safe. Oh. That's a good Smash name. Safe. I feel safe with you, Rafe. The character is graphically murdered, oh my god, in 2015, with Will being shown strangled to death, lying dead in a morgue, and being buried and grieved by his family? Viewers reacted with major backlash. It was probably just Twitter or the message boards, to be honest with you. The decision was highly criticized by professionals, and there was the feeling that Days of Our Lives was pandering to anti-gay sentiment in its audience base. Come on, this is soaps. There's no way there's anti-gay sentiment. Maybe there was 15 years ago. In 2017, new head writer Ron Cavallardi said, hey. He's coming back. Well, there you go. Look at that. He didn't state head. Reception and impact. There we go. First gay kiss was welcomed by critics on Daytime. Now, the first man-on-man kiss, I guess, because Bianca was making out with ladies the whole time on All My Children, let me tell you. There was all kinds of just lady making out. Just kissing face here and kissing face there and kissing face everywhere, to a point where Erica was like, all right, lady. All right, I know that you like the ladies, but maybe pull it back a little bit and stop making out with them so much, huh? I don't know if that really happened. But I guess, we got decent enough. I mean, we had decent enough, and then it sort of like fizzled away, but it's on the upswing again when it comes to LGBTQIA plus representation here in our daytime shows. We got a little Aiden, a little Gaden Aiden, grown up into his own. I'm sure that's gonna, well, we have new head writers on General Hospital, so I would assume that when this youth home opens, they're gonna do something with it that would include Aiden. Christina, of course. Christina and Blaze is over on General Hospital. Over here in Days of Our Lives, we had Leo and Dimitri. They were super fun. Looking forward to Dimitri's return, because he will be at some point. Excuse me. Will is Sammy and Lucas's kid they had when she was 17. Okay, alright. Okay. So Lucas, who was in jail and isn't in jail anymore and is sleeping in Harris's room trying to hide from Clyde, is the father of Will. So, Sammy Brady, so then that makes Lucas a Horton, right? Right? Because Lucas's mom is Kate. Is Kate a Horton? Because it's Roman Brady, right? John Black. And then we got Steve Patchy. Johnson. It's not a very fun last name. Gosh, what Evans, Marlena Evans, right? Were there other Evanses on the show? I can't think of any other Evanses that are there now. Then we've got, what other families are there? The Hernandez family, Gabby and Rafe. Then we got, the Price, Paulina and is Chanel's last name Price? Or is it something else? Is it Demira? Did she keep Demira from the first time that she was married to Johnny? Okay, his dad was a Horton. Okay. Interesting. Okay, Lucas's dad was a Horton. So Kate, so Kate, is it Kate Bishop? Is her last name Bishop? I'm gonna need a test, and Angela's not here to give it to me. Goodness gracious. The converging family lines of Days of Our Lives. But you know what? I will give them credit. They have far more last names on this show than they do on the other one. The other one, you're like, you have got 4 families and trying to figure out how they're not related so they can, hang out with each other in ways that are convincing. But Lucas didn't know that he was until he was an adult. Classic, especially in Days of Our Lives. Not a single character on that show is going to know who their actual children are. Kate. Excuse excuse me, Kate Roberts. Then Kate Bishop is that Archer on the Marvel shows. That's who that is. Thank you very much, Kate Roberts. It's silly. It's super silly, you guys. And I might be the only person on the planet that thinks this, but if you were to go and look at the third season of Star Trek Picard, which came out on Paramount Plus last year, they brought back all of the original cast of the Next Generation. LeVar Burton and Brent Spiner, who plays the robot, and Michael Dorn with the thing glued on his head. Everybody came back, including the Doctor, Dr. Crusher, who was the redhead in the blue. She was the mom of the kid. Anyway, time has passed. She is no longer redheaded. It's kind of a dark. I don't want to call it an auburn. It's just dark here and then gray here, right? And then she's got a face. And I gotta tell you, if you were to hold up a picture of Gates McFadden, who plays Dr. Crusher, and Kate Lauren Koslow, is that it? If you were to put them side by side, they would look like sisters. I swear to you. Look it up. I would show you if I was technically capable of doing it. If I had the technological ability to do this for you, I would, but I don't, so I can't. But look it up yourself. Do it. But then again, like I said, I might be the only person on the planet that thinks this, so maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should. Actually, don't do it. Don't waste your time. But to end it all, Harris is shot. Face down, bleeding out, in the snow. Is he dead? No, he's not. Will he survive? Probably. But what does this mean? Well, it means that Clyde is really dangerous. They took a shot at somebody else too, didn't they? They burned down the Horton house. They shot Harris. And somebody else was shot at, weren't they? See, that's how important it is to me. I don't even remember. Was it Everett? Because if it was Everett, hit him. Please hit him. Hit him in an artery. Oh, goodness. All right, what is it? 9:53? Okay. I can fill 7 minutes with John Black. All right. With John Black. You get out of my face, Constantine. I don't care what happened, Katerina. I don't care. I don't care what might have happened to your Katerina. I don't care. Just get on out of here. There was another shot. I knew it, Jeannie. I just don't remember who the target was. Do we even know? Is that why I don't remember? Is because we just saw the flash of the gun and that's it? But I know it's not John Black. I know John Black didn't get shot at because John Black almost shot himself. All right, Constantine tested this thing as far as he could possibly test it. What if there was a frog in his throat? What if he coughed, you know? What if he's like, shoot it yourself, right? And then John Black's like, all right, I'll do it. And then he took his gun out, and then Constantine, before being like, no, was like, because he choked on his spit. And then boom, blammo, no more pawn. Come on, Constantine. But, you know, I guess you're trying to see how far you can control this man. Would I be able to put him in direct harm like this? I can. Now, what does that mean for my future? I will get my revenge for my Katrina. I think that's my mama. Logging on in.
Come here, my baby.
Well, hello there. Hi, Internet.
Hey, baby, they can't see you. Come here. Ooh.
Oh my God. Well, look at that. It's my nieces. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, welcome to class. You guys ready to go to school? We're learning about days of our lives.
I'm playing school. Playing school.
Oh, you were playing school. Okay, who's the teacher?
She's one of our teachers.
Got it. All right. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're keeping it thematically appropriate for the morning, Ma.
Well, I'll be here at 11. You know, I'll jump on at 11. And I think my beautiful granddaughters will jump on there for a second at 11 as well.
Okie dokie. Well,
Okay.
we got hi girls. Hey, hello, hi. Oh, how adorable. Just popping up in the chat. So.
Also, Matt, I dyed my hair blue.
You dyed it blue?
Yeah, on the bottom it's blue, and over here on the edges it's blue, but the rest is brown.
Wow, that's really cool. So kind of like how Grandma has the purple on her hair.
Yeah, except like all of the bottom is blue, and then there's like 2 strands of blue in the front.
That's really cool. We'll have to get a picture so I can see it better.
Well, if you could see it a lot better if it's in the sunlight.
Yeah, okay, we'll get a picture in the sunlight and send it to me later.
This looks a little black.
Yeah.
Yeah, the camera makes it, it sucks the light out. What
Well,
about
we
you?
just
Do you have
gotta be-
colored hair, Ellie?
No, her hair. What color is your hair, honey? No.
Blonde.
Mine. That used to be brown like mine.
It was. Yes, it was. When I lived-
Well, my
why
hair
did
used to
you
be
not
brown like
dye it
hers, but now it's
brown?
gray.
Well,
You
the,
have
the
your
reason
hair
why I didn't dye it brown is because when the gray starts growing in, you can see it so fast because it's so dark, so different color than this, that you can really see it. So I did it blonde because I kind of look like I could be a blonde. So I do a blonde where that stripe doesn't go, hello, I'm a gray stripe of hair.
It's
Hi
like if
there.
we were to put a stripe of gray spray paint on the top of your head.
Mine?
Anybody's.
Anybody.
Do you want it? Maybe next time I come up,
Be mad
I'll,
about that.
Your mom would be mad about that.
I think that, yeah.
Only
yeah.
if I ask her.
All right,
Okay,
you guys.
I'd ask her if I can paint your hair.
we get. I'll be back with y'all next week. I'll be back with y'all next week, and holy smokes, I think somebody done shot Jason, I want to say, but it's not done shot Harrison.
Hairs, yes.
And he's crawling, he's doing an army crawl, right? A
Mhm.
slow army crawl. Oh my gosh, poor Jason. And it looked like from the clothes, but I'm not convinced. But from the clothes, it looked like Xander done shot him. But because, they made a big fuss about clothes, he and Cyril were talking about clothes for a long time.
Oh my
right?
gosh! I guess we'll have to see how it
They
all
were talking about
unfolds.
clothes and all his attire and this kind of clothes for this and
Yeah.
that. And, they showed him from the back, and that was definitely the same jogging jacket.
Oh,
But I don't need it.
you've cracked the
I'll
case.
keep it
You're
for
better
one
than you're better than the Salem PD.
Of course I am. I'm better than the Port Charles PD too. And I'm probably, yeah. And then I agree with you. I think somebody done caught the Horton house on fire, and it probably is some goon from Clyde. But now he's mad because,
Because Chad was all up in his face.
Chad wasn't doubting him and stuff. But at the same time, I felt like Chad showed some restraint, really.
I think Clyde was the one that was responsible for Abigail's demise.
Exactly. Anyway, I see
Thanks
you
for
guys.
joining us. It was good to see y'all.
All right. Say bye, girls.
Oh my gosh. You look like my mom when I was 4.
You do, baby. Because I used to wear big glasses and I had dark hair then.
It's like these because they look kind of cute.
They are kind of cute. They're awfully cute. So yeah, I had big old glasses like that when Uncle Matt was little, and my hair was your colors.
And guess what? So it's like sparkly. See?
Oh wow. So super nice. See you later.
Bye. Bye, Uncle Matt. See you later.
Bye.
All right, y'all. Thanks for joining me here on Days for Dummies. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. We're gonna get ready for the 10th Floor podcast at 11. Mom will be back. You'll probably see those little kids once more. So thanks for joining us here very quickly on Days for Dummies. I don't know. Maybe I'll just get some more practice throughout the week doing this by myself. Maybe I just need to hop on and talk about some stuff more regularly to get myself warmed up to this sort of thing here. Because it's fun to have other people, but every once in a while I'll be here and I'll be super bored, and it'll be like 6 p.m. and I'll be like, I don't know what to do. Maybe I should just go broadcast, but I don't know what to talk about, and I'm gonna ramble on, and it's gonna be dumb. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, catch us again here at 11 a.m. for the 10th floor. Join us next week, 9 a.m. Pacific. Oh gosh, Kelly, that would be quite a travel for me. It's a few hours from here to there. But hey, if they need me, I'll go. Anyway, join us again next week, 9 a.m. for Days for Dummies. Hopefully I have a full class with me here to help us work through the week of Days of Our Lives less awkwardly. You can follow us on Twitter at 10th Floor GH and also Brooklyn74. It's written down here at the bottom. Subscribe to the channel. We make it easy. You can click the corner of the video. You can click the red button down below. Make sure to like it as well. Leave a comment. Once you navigate back to this thing afterwards, you hang it on YouTube in a couple of days, looking at your other subscriptions. You come across this video again, leave a comment. Say, hey, that was super fun. Hey, I really liked how you talked about such and such. Because that's going to help. I mean, it's going to help the YouTube robots discover this channel and share it with people who love Days of Our Lives in General Hospital. And, you know, you like it. Other people will like it. And if we can stick more people in this chat, the conversation will be even more fun. We will be on again at 11 a.m. today, Kelly, for 10th floor. Ma will be here. It's not going to just be me. And we'll get through the entire week of GH. So, that's it. See you at 11. If not, see you next week, 9 a.m. live right here for Days for Dummies. I've been Matt, and for Angela and Ma, who are not here, also known as Kat, we'll catch you next time and see you in a little bit. Bye.